Dude, this is huge news we're about to break right here. This is large.
Do you want to hit the thingamabob? I mean, Mark, hit the thingamabob.
95.7 The Game, breaking news.
Let's go live to the other room with Lucas Alexander, who's going to explain this Shohei Ohtani story.
Major League Baseball season is underway in Korea, and with it comes drama. Here's the headline from the LA Times. Shohei Ohtani's attorneys accuse interpreter of, quote, massive theft tied to alleged gambling. Here's a little piece of the story. Representatives of Dodgers superstar Shohei Ohtani on Wednesday accused his interpreter of engaging in a, quote, massive theft of the ballplayer's funds to place bets with an allegedly illegal bookmaker who was the target of a federal investigation. So, in case you couldn't follow, the interpreter, who, according to FP, and he'll tell you a little bit more, is very famous in Japan, he stole money from Shohei to bet with a private bookmaker, a bookie. And we don't know what the gambling is. We don't know what they bet on. He bet on, according to the story. He bet on because that guy's in an investigation and hasn't been able to open up about it.
He's the guy you always see with Otani that's got the Beatles haircut.
Yeah.
So this is the part that I found, I'm a skeptic. I think there's layers to this. Lawyers for Ohtani made that claim after the Times learned that Ohtani's name surfaced in the investigation of Matthew Boyer, an Orange County resident. So Ohtani's name popped up in this investigation, and then the interpreter just falls on the sword?
Yeah, like I hate being a cynic. I don't buy this at all.
There's layers to this, dude. That's what
I don't buy this for a second that Shohei's not involved. And you tell me, if $1 billion is at stake, then yes, there could be a fall guy. So in other words, if the sirens are starting, how easy would it be to be like, all right, here's the deal.
Greg Anderson?
We're going to blame the interpreter. And hey, interpreter, we'll give you $20 million. Just go away. Dodgers are going to fire you. And on we go with life. Now, I can't make that accusation. I have no idea what the hell's going on. But you're telling me that the interpreter stole money from Shohei to place illegal bets.
Two sources told the LA Times that the money involved was in the millions of dollars.
So how do we even do this?
Yeah.
How does the interpreter steal money from Shohei?
Yeah.
Millions.
How?
He's got his ATM card? He has his PIN number?
That's a great question.
Thank you. Then that's question number one. Why is the interpreter not gambling with his own money? Gambling with Shohei's money, which is exactly what you would do if you were Shohei and you wanted to gamble illegally. You have someone else do it for you.
MLB gambling policy prohibits any player, umpire, or club or league official or employee from betting on the game or making illegal bets on other sports. The punishment for gambling with an illegal bookmaker or their agent isn't specified in MLB rules, but is left up to such penalty as a commissioner deems appropriate in light of the fact and circumstances of the conduct. This would be terrible for baseball, dude. I mean, great for Giants fans.
Great for the Giants.
This is terrible for baseball. If this has layers to it.
Is it bad that, and I know you, like, obviously, you're connected with the Giants. You've also worn other uniforms. Is it bad that if something's bad for the Dodgers and therefore also bad for baseball, I'm like, that's okay because it's bad for the Dodgers?
No. I think anybody that's listening right now that's not a Dodger fan agrees with you.
I loathe them so much that I'm willing to make that trade. If it's bad for the Dodgers, it's good for us. Period. Sentence over.
Any Major League Baseball player that's gambling or betting right now is not placing his own bets. I'll just say that.
Of course not. They're not idiots. So
I'm not saying Ohtani is.
Yeah, we can't say that.
I don't know.
But there are questions, and that would be my first. How on earth does this interpreter have access to millions of Shohei Ohtani's dollars? How does he even have access? You ever had somebody work for you?
No.
Okay. Neither have I. Not really. I mean, whatever. People babysit my kids.
Yeah.
I
Had a house cleaner once.
Yeah, same. Someone comes over, cleans the house a couple times a month. Send her a Zelle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
she didn't bet for me though.
I wouldn't think that if you had an employee, you'd be like, so here's what we're going to do. Every 2 weeks, you just go to my bank account and withdraw it yourself. In other words, I'm not giving you access to bank accounts because you work for me. So how did this man get the money?
This is Greg Anderson part 2. I just went there, didn't I? Sorry, that was my insight. It's a coffee talking right now.
I just feel like this has been a joyous start to the baseball season already.
Dude,
I really do.
Still, minus the sad Rennell news.
The Rennell thing was awful, and it remains awful, by the way.
Awful.
No Blake Snell being on the Giants does not make it okay. It remains awful. They did her awful. They presented it in an awful way. It was awful behavior and will continue to be. That aside, on the field, you get Blake Snell. The only thing that's gone wrong this week is that Jake Cronenworth's glove doesn't work. And the funny thing is 98% of the people listening to us have no idea what my reference even just meant because nobody even saw that the baseball season started in the middle of the night.
It was 2-1 Padres in the opener in Korea at the time I usually get home from a bar. And Jake Cronenworth in the 8th, who was playing first for the Padres, went to his right towards second base. It
was going to be a double play.
Going to be a double play. Got the bottom of a big hop, and it went through the web of his glove. In the first game of the year, your glove breaks. And game number 1, if your glove's ever going to work, it's in the first game of the season.
Yep.
Went through his glove into the outfield, run scored, first and third. Dodgers score 4 in the inning.
4-run rally, they win 5-2.
And they win 5-2. Unbelievable.
It's so Padres, though.
It is so Padres.
It's the most Padre thing ever.
The Padres lost the NL West last night at 3 a.m. The season is over for the Padres.
They're out.
Count them out.
They're out.
They're done.
And the Giants are a half game behind the Dodgers already, which is, here we go again. Already playing from behind.
The Dodgers are going to have to pay the piper on the whole adjustment back to regular time zones and the travel.
Yeah, but don't they get like a week to do it?
I don't know.
What's their schedule?
I don't know.
I don't think they play again after this for a while.
I wonder how much Shohei's got on them to win the West.
Yeah. By the way, was it just one game? They don't play. No. They play again in the middle of the night tonight. And then, yes, they have a full week off.
He deferred the money for his interpreter. $68 million.
Yeah.
If this guy does have to serve time, he can be the richest dude ever when he comes out of jail.
Maybe they'll defer his sentence. He's going to have to go to jail in 2048. Could this go somewhere?
I think so. We are Sports Talk Radio, and I think we should say yes just because we're on Sports Talk Radio.
Sure.
Yeah. This is definitely going somewhere, Mark.
I think Shohei has taken his last at bat.
I think he's done.
Baseball player.
He's done.
No, he'll play tonight. Yeah, lock it in. What do you?
The league will do everything they can to protect
him.
Dude, nothing's happening.
No, this would be the opposite of Trevor Bauer.
Even if he was Pete Rose too, nothing's going to happen here.
Can you imagine?
It's bad for the brand. It's bad for baseball.
Imagine?
This isn't this. Even if he is
biggest free agency ever, and before he even got to it, he needed UCL surgery, and one game into the new contract, we've got a scandal.
And his interpreter is famous. I wish we had like a Japanese station we could put. This is headlines everywhere there. This is on their CNN. This is on everything.
Yeah. Do you think they stopped? They stopped. They stopped everything else. This is that big.
This is that big.
No doubt.
This is, just the fact that his interpreter, you guys know, if you look at Google Shohei right now, you'll see the guy with the Beatles haircut right next to him. Yeah. He's in every picture that Shohei's in.
Especially today.
He's been everywhere. He's well-liked in the circles of base. Everybody loves this guy. He's like the nicest guy on the planet. Everybody speaks so highly of him. Not Shohei, but his interpreter. They all love him.
By the way, they say that way about Shohei, too.
Yeah.
Like, everybody loves the guy.
Turns out they're both crooked.
Watch yourself. I'd like to still do the show with you tomorrow.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.